What's good, y'all? The time has come. I'm not going to hold y'all too long. This right here is going to be my day one build. And yes, I think I'm going to go back to the James Harden I used in 2K22. The dribbling just feels too good, and the ISO feels like it's going to be very, very overpowered from what I feel and what I experienced at NBA 2K26 Community Day. So yeah, I'm not going to hold you too long. We're going to get into the build, and I'm just going to, obviously I have everything recorded already, but I'm going to tell you what was going through my mind while I was making everything. This is not live. I'm not making the build right here. I already had made it, and yeah, let's get right into it. I appreciate y'all. So this is the start of the build right here. I'm obviously going point guard. I just want to be very, very fast. I want to be very, very fast in the ISO setting. So I did go 6'4". I went 198 pounds. You're going to see right here, there was already pre-built stuff right here. I didn't use any of this. I obviously changed it up and changed things how they go. But yeah, so when you first touch this, I'm not a huge like competitive guy where it says I'm looking for the best build. I'm not looking for the best build at all because it just doesn't matter to me. It doesn't fit my content. It doesn't help my content. I'm looking for something that actually helps my content. It's gonna help my content grow. It's gonna be interesting, and just to show people I can play with a non-meta build in competitive situations and still make it work. But yeah, right here I was messing with the 93 drive and dunk because I get gold posterizer. I at least need gold posterizers. I brought the badges up right here. I didn't even realize you can do it till halfway in. Right here I had the ball handle at 91, but I wanted to figure out a way to get unpluckable on gold. So I see that ball handle on 92, you get unpluckable on gold. The speed is tied in with the speed with ball this year. I'm sure it wasn't last year, but my speed with ball is at 88, and this one's my speed is at 88, so I'll be cool. Agility, I play lanes. I'm not too like I don't really gamble too much, so like I'm gonna definitely be in lanes, I feel. And then the steal right here was a 77. I needed at least a 79 to get that silver glove. My pass act, I had to make sure my pass act was an 85. I need LeBron's pass style. I'm sure there's other pass styles, but in the future, every game I've played for the past 2-3 years, LeBron's pass style has been great. So I really can't really ask for much more. I don't really need the Paulo Bancheros. I don't really need the LaMelo Balls. LeBron just does the job for me. And for the three-pointer right here, I want 91. I mean, the badges you get from there are just ridiculous. My mid-range at 81. I don't really take too many mid-range shots unless I really need to. If I'm in that area, I will try to get an open shot. And I know you guys are going to kill me for the free throw. Maybe on launch, or maybe when I get the game, I'm going to change how my free throw is set up, because I do play a lot of Pro-Am, and maybe I'm going to get fouled at the end of the game, and we're going to look for me to shoot the free throws. So 66 free throw probably isn't that great. But I know that I'm definitely going to do something where I can get it in the 75s or maybe even the 80s, because, free throw doesn't really cost that much. We don't care about the offensive and defensive rebound. That's not my job. My job is to facilitate the ball, get people open, advance the ball forward, get open shots, shoot the ball. And the driving layup is 77. That's cool. There's a new badge called Layup Mixmaster, and I feel as though 77 is cool. I at least get it on bronze. Interceptor's going to stay on silver. And I want my glove on silver as well. But this is the build I created right here. It gave me shades of Damian Lillard, Steve Francis, and Jamal Murray. It's an inside-out, high-flying slasher. Let's look at the strengths real quick. Let's pause it. So some of the strengths are a high-flying dunker. Handles have flair and control. Super accurate three-point shooter. Elite top speed. Like, those are a lot of positives for a point guard. But the weaknesses, I love how they put weaknesses in this game. It is so fire. Like, it tells you which your build's not good at. Looks lost guarding shifty scorers. I'm sitting in the corner. I'm not guarding anybody. I'm not guarding anybody up top. Well, I can guard people because I know how to play defense. But attribute-wise, I'm sure that people are going to have a field day with me. Lacks lateral quickness. I'm sure I'm going to be slow as hell laterally, where somebody's going to find out how to dribble and be really good at the game. But yeah, and I went to go test the build, and this is how the build looks at a 99 overall right here. It looks super smooth. The game feels super smooth, fluent. I'm super excited to play it. I just know at the top of the key, I'm going to be a problem, bro. The hesitation in this game looks nice. You can really hezzy and move out the hezzy very quick. And another thing too, a lot of people were worried about shot stick shooting. So shot stick shooting is it could be a little overpowered this year, because you don't need to green the tempo, I heard. You just need to, because I don't shot stick. I really didn't try to mess with it too much. But I'm a square shooter. I just shoot with square, and everybody always asks me how you shoot so good with square. I don't know, but this year there's no RNG, so we shouldn't have that problem. People shouldn't be asking like, why are you shooting so good? Because there is a green window in here, so everybody should be able to. If you're timing your shots perfectly, you should green the shot. There should be no problem. There should be no problem. I don't know for sure, but when I was there, I greened about 8 to 9 threes in a row and like a little mini game and stuff like that. So everything felt smooth. But then again, we were playing on pro. If you see right here, the misdirection is back. So I'm so excited for the dribbling this year. I'm sure that there's going to be a lot of people that are super hard to guard. Look at that cross behind the back. And another thing in this game, going downhill is really good too. You can go downhill and cross behind the back. You can double cross. You can tween behind the back. You can go behind the back. You can go both ways. So the possibilities are endless in this game. And yeah, shooting didn't feel too bad. Once again, I was just using a factory form. I was probably using like Jaylen Brown or Tatum, whatever. I wasn't using nothing. That quick stop was crazy. I was just using factory form, not using too much. Once again, guys, I'm not the guy that's going to tell you what's the best build. I'm not the guy that's going to tell you what's the most cheesiest stuff. But I am going to tell you if the game feels good, if the game plays good, and I'm going to try to make the best content I could possibly make. And yeah, man, I just really appreciate the opportunity that NBA 2K gave me, and I'm appreciative that I can get this content out to you guys first for the people who really support me. But look at the step backs. The step backs are really nice in this game. I didn't even put the ball down. Look at this right here. That's super, super fluent and super, super nice to use. And that tween cross that Ja Morant go-to is really, really good. You're going to see another video that I post on all my other socials, Instagram, TikTok, and even on Twitch when I stream. You're going to see me using that behind the back. That Scottie Pippen behind the back is back, and I'll tell you, it's going to be a problem. It is going to be a problem. Some people are going to be like, wow, like how do I even guard this? So I haven't seen too much of the defense too. I'm gonna just be honest with y'all. A lot of people saying, where's the defense at? Like, I'm not really gonna make a defensive build and just like try to lab it, because if I did, right, I'm gonna be guarding bots and AIs, right? And I'm not gonna get the full experience. I feel as though to make a lockdown, you really have to play against real people. It can't be no bot stuff going on. You can't play against AIs, because 9 times out of 10, if you try to blitz them, yeah, you may get a few blitzes, but sometimes they're just going to switch hands, and you're not going to get the full like identity of a lockdown. Now, if you're playing against another human, you yourself, you're going to pick up tendencies, you're going to pick up habits, and now you're going to start playing to that guard's habits, and you're going to start forcing him a certain way, or you know when he freezes, you know he's going to do a tween, or you know he's going to do a cross, so you blitz that hand. So that's why it's never good to try to make a lockdown. You're never going to see if a lockdown's defense is good, because the best player in the world is going to shit on you. He's going to shit on you if you're judging a lockdown off of like community day. It's going to be very hard because you're playing bots, and bots aren't going to make you like, they're not going to make you reach your full potential as a defender. You get what I'm saying? So like, let's say you're playing against a Hall of Fame Steph Curry. Yes, it's a Hall of Fame Steph Curry, and yes, he's going to make shots wide open. But when you're guarding him 94 feet as you would do in comp pro-am, the AI is not going to do tween crosses, momentums. He's not going to do all those things. He's going to do one move to get him safe, whether it's a behind the back to get him safe. Now he's going to stop. He's going to L2. He's going to wait for you to calm down. And maybe you're going to just get in foul trouble with an AI. Now, if you're playing against the best player in the world, it's a chess match. You're coming up guarding him 94 feet. He's going to do things that are going to make it difficult for you to guard him. You get what I'm saying? Like, momentum. He's gonna, bro. It's a whole different game. That's why I say when people are commenting, "Oh, what about the defense?" I can't tell you about the defense. I would never make a defensive build early. I would never do that. I would leave that to the comp pro-am lockdowns, and then go. I would 100% go see one of their builds. Some of the best players in the world make great builds, and I would go use their build just to see, where the defense is at. But I will say the game is so fast that I think the attributes won't match the performance. I feel as though like, maybe an 88 speed feels like a 99 speed because the game is so fast. So I'm just feeling like lockdowns, they're hard to make when I was there, but I do feel like lockdowns are going to be good, especially on launch, especially week 1 of the game. Getting steals is always overpowered. You're not going to be able to put the rock down. Every 2K I've ever played, maybe 22 was cool, 23, 24, and even 25. That first week, you cannot put that ball down in front of a lockdown. With a 96, 97, 98 steal, 99 steal, man, you're in trouble. You're not putting that ball down. So gameplay may be a little shaken up unless you're just, Steezo or somebody like that. Unless you're somebody like that, it's just crazy. But yeah, we went into the My Player Builder to try out some other things. Jalen Brunson has a great escape. I'm so excited to lab with that because the change of speed, you can do a lot of things out of that. You can cross, you can go the same way, or you can snatch back out of it. And I'm just lit. So right here, we got right into some 5v5 gameplay. You're gonna see that Ja Morant into that Scottie Pippen just gets me right to the rim every time. And yes, this is a bot. This is a bot once again. So I don't know. I don't know whether the game's gonna be super hard to use these animations when you're playing against real people. But I don't know if y'all seen that play. That play right there, that double behind the back coming down. It was just, it's lit, bro. I'm super excited to play this game. But look, I'm playing defense on Cade Cunningham, and I can't really do anything because he's dribbling top of the key. And all he's going to do is force out the pass. So to tell if somebody's a good defender or tell if lockdowns are going to be super peak this year, I can't really tell you. It's going to be really tough. But yeah, man, I really enjoyed this game. This 5v5 gameplay was definitely fun. The game feels responsive. It feels like I can control everything I'm doing. Look at this pump fake jump shot from the midi right here. Yeah, bro. I really don't have no complaints off of playing it, but a lot of people do. So look at that move, bro. Look at that move. That Ja Morant tween cross into the behind the back is going to get you open almost every time. Like, I am super excited for that right there. Fake or miss, white or, green or miss. But look at this. Tween behind the back, hezzy, in and out, behind the back, another behind the back into a kickoff step back. Like, this game does feel real smooth and feels promising. I'm not one to like all the time agree with how the game is. And, like, I always give my honest opinion. But this one right here does feel like you'll still be playing this in August. You'll still be playing this in August. That's what it feels like. And that's the whole idea of me going to play the game early. I want to know, like, am I going to be playing this game in June, July, August? Because there's some of the best 2Ks, you can play them all 12 months. You can play them all 12 months. And this game does feel like you can play all 12 months. Even there, bro, a lot of people say they don't listen. But, like, I was talking to some of the guys who, helped create the game, and they were very responsive to me. They were asking, like, what don't you like? Or how you feeling the game? Or how you doing this? And if you gave them an honest response, they were actually cool with it. I'm not gonna lie, they were actually cool with it. I gave my opinions on certain things, and they were 100% cool with it, and seeing if they, what they could do to make it better or whatever the case may be. So yeah, it was definitely an experience. It was definitely lit. I would definitely do it again. And if you're a content creator, I know in this community, guys, people say, oh, don't try to grind for that. Don't try to do this. Don't try to do that. Man, try to do that, especially if you're coming from inner cities and you really don't travel much. I mean, they're making sure you're good. They're paying for everything. They're making sure you're good, and they're letting you play a game 10 days early. Most of you guys grew up playing this video game. Most of you guys grew up playing NBA 2K, so it's just a blessing. I would grind for that. But yes, this is the build right here, y'all. I gave y'all the 5v5 gameplay. I really appreciate y'all coming through and just chilling out with me. Could y'all like, comment, and subscribe, and even share the video? This is going to be my build for week 1, and this is the build I'm going to go through until I see another build that's way better than mine that kind of, fits my content. But I appreciate you guys. I love you guys. God bless y'all. Peace.